Hey everybody. So happy Tuesday morning. Here I am at the NASDAQ. Just kidding. Thank God for Zoom backgrounds. Look, interesting morning this morning, right? Big dip in the markets. Dow was down over 300 points, just getting rocked and stuff. It's kind of buoyed now. It looks like it's finding its bottom. There's a lot going on out there, right? We've got these testimonies going for the antitrust and all this stuff. But something big's about to start in about 3 minutes from when I'm recording this. Apple's having their first big product show of the year. So you saw Apple. It started off this morning up about $1, right? Just on fire. Then all of a sudden, that whole antitrust thing. Now, here's the interesting thing, right? This antitrust thing's going on, and we've got CNBC on one laptop, and we've got Fox Business News on the other laptop. Through this whole downturn, not one of them realized that, and not even one of them mentioned that antitrust thing going on. What they were talking about was Boeing and Goldman Sachs, right? How they were, you can take this 300 points and you can minus 150 of it just on two stocks. Who cares? We want to know what the reason is. And that's what I'm talking to you guys about the media. It's always... don't be reliant on them because they're going to do what gives you clicks. So it's kind of washed through, and now futures are kind of getting a little beefy and stuff like that. So we'll see how it plays out the rest of the day. This might be your buy of the dip. This might be the beginning of fear of losing everything. Who knows? We'll play it the way we always play it. We've got those Apple options, right, which are on Friday. So they were looking real good at the open, and they got a little nasty during the day, but we didn't panic. We watched the chart and stuff, and it looks like we're getting a bounce now. Let's see how this Apple show affects the options before we give up on anything. Other than that, guys, it's just kind of a slow market day, right? We're getting ready to just go watch that Apple show. The Chauvin trial, right? That verdict, I mean, that's just been engulfing the whole news cycle as people wait for that verdict to come through and see what the result is as far as riots and things like that, civil unrest, which is the fires are being fanned for that. Now, here, I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things first here. One, stock of the week. We've got a good one. Now, NFTs. You guys have heard about NFTs, right? You got to be living in a cave if you haven't heard about NFTs. Just a simple explanation. It's these digital art, right? It's just something like a logo or, you know what I mean? A sports card, painting, whatever, picture. And they turn it into this digital thing and then they sell it to you and you are the only owner. And it's been big, right? Some of them are selling for like $40 million, just outrageous amounts. You see a lot of stocks, right? When they mentioned NFTs, their stock just went through the roof. It's kind of becoming a big thing, and it's probably going to get even bigger, right? At least for a while. So we found a stock that we think is going to be a major NFT player. And we're going to release that tomorrow, okay? We're doing a little bit more information gathering on the stock. It's a company that everybody knows, especially you guys from my generation. And we think that they've got some assets that can be turned into some very profitable NFTs. So we'll release that tomorrow. So be ready, guys. We'll release that right after the morning report. Other than that, guys, we're just kind of sitting back and watching the market right now. Hey, we can pop on over and see what it looks like right now. Let me share my screen with you, cats. And you can see, let's boom. Refresh there. See, Apple's about to hold its first product launch. Now, look, guys, if you want to go watch the show, the easiest way to do is go right to the source, apple.com. You can see they've got it scheduled right there. And you can watch it. Let's pop back on over. You see the Dow's down about 250 points right now. The S&P's down about 32. NASDAQ down about 152. The Russell, the small caps, is getting hammered a little bit, down about 2%. But look at the percentages on these. They're kind of relative, right? 0.75%, 0.75%, 1% on the NASDAQ. Looks and feels, right, when you're in the moment like it's the end of the world, but really on the charts there's not any long-term damage being done yet to the charts. So we think this is going to be a bounce. There's a bounce coming, and we just need some better news. The news cycle has been very depressing, right, lately. Let's see with Netflix earnings after the bell. Earnings season has been great so far, guys. There's no reason to believe that Netflix won't continue that. And maybe with something a little bit more high profile, like a Netflix, releasing some big earnings. That might be the kickstart the NASDAQ needs to get out of this base it's been in. Google and Apple just got beat up early in the day today. Like I said, Apple came out of the gates on fire. Everybody was probably excited about the show, and then it kind of had that testimony and stuff. And Google and Apple kind of got beat up. So it really hurt the NASDAQ. And of course, it hurts the S&P 500 too, especially with Apple, right? Other than that, let's see how with this show, bring a little bit more positive enthusiasm, positive energy into the market. We still have that trial verdict lingering over. But then again, how much is that going to affect financial markets? It'll probably create some civil unrest. It looks like from the rhetoric that's been going back and forth, it looks like no matter what the verdict is, it's not going to be good enough. And there's going to be some civil unrest, whether we like it or not, whether it makes sense or not. That just seems to be the way it's shaping up. Bitcoin, right? It seems like all your financial markets the last since Friday's close have just been kind of in a sag right now, but they're not breaking support levels, and nothing really has gotten damaging on the long-term charts. So really, this is just a blip on the radar so far, and we're going to play it like that. Other than that, guys, I don't have much today. Let's go ahead and call it a update. We'll see how the afternoon goes. We're at about 1 o'clock Eastern time, so that Apple show should be kicking off. Hopefully, like I said, that starts creating some positive energy for the market. Then we get Netflix after the bell. Maybe we get a little more positive energy from the market. And then all of a sudden we shake off this 2-3 day doldrums. And we'll see. Of course, it could go the other way. No, I'm just kidding. We don't trade with our fingers crossed. Anyways, guys, and tune in tomorrow. Okay, guys, look, it's kind of a fugly day, and it's kind of a good day to kind of sit back and see how this Apple show and the Netflix earnings kind of digest into things. And then we'll jump into our stock of the week tomorrow. Okay, guys, nothing's going anywhere in the next 24 hours. So definitely it'll still be a buying window. And like we always teach you, it's always a good time to buy a good stock. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was because one of the viewers had posted a question, sent us a question, and they were asking, like, with the VSTO that was the stock of the week last week, it's kind of been in this fugly little downturn, right? And we talked about that as that Second Amendment fight stays out of the news and stuff, you'll see these stocks that are associated with hunting, guns, things like that will sag. It's just a kind of an out of sight, out of mind trade. But then once that comes back into the picture, guess what? The stocks just take off like banshees. This is your buying opportunity. When I say buying opportunity, guys, I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about today, tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. And what I mean by that is, and this person had asked, when we find a stock that we like, do we just go and buy it? And yes and no. But like, say you're going to put $1,000 into a stock, right? Take maybe 300 and get that initial position. Just go in and buy it, right? No time better than now. And then kind of watch it for a day or two. See what happens. Maybe it back traces a little bit. Boom. You get another 300 at an even cheaper price. And you're still looking to buy $400 more, right? And you watch it a little bit and watch it a little bit, and maybe get a little bit cheaper of an opportunity. Boom. Now you've got a nice cost average starting position. What happens if you wait and it starts running away? Well, you just go in there and you quickly get the rest of your buy, right? Say you bought $300 of a stock at $10 today. All of a sudden it's breaking out. It's $12 tomorrow. Just go in there and grab that other 600 and ride the whole thing, right? That first 300 was your cost averaging, right? So be deliberate and be patient, even in entering positions. Okay. And that's the answer to that. And I thought I'd share that with everybody because it's great advice. Other than that, guys, let's call it a Tuesday morning. Let's go see this Apple show. Let's see what kind of great stuff Apple's got. You know, you guys know we're big time Apple bulls. We love Apple stock. How can you not like a stock or a company that makes $1 billion in profit in 3 months? Woo! Woo. But yeah, people will go buy something that, you know what I mean, that's not projected to have earnings for at least 3 years, and they'll pay $100 for it, but they won't buy Apple, and they're billions of dollars in the bank account at 130. I say that's fools in their money. Anyways, guys, have a great Tuesday. Don't forget, tomorrow morning we'll do the morning update. Then right after that, we've got a fantastic idea for getting your portfolio exposed to NFTs, right? The other thing we're looking at right now, guys, is how we can get our portfolios exposed to crypto, right, without actually buying crypto, because there's a lot of viewers out there that they don't want to open Bitcoin wallets and stuff like that. They don't want to jump on whatever it is. But they want to have some exposure to it through their portfolios. And there's ways to do that. Riot is always the first that comes to mind because it's so popular and stuff. But we don't buy Riot for certain reasons. And there's actually some good things. Now, when you think on that train of thought, realize NFTs are a huge part of cryptos. And we're going to show you tomorrow how you can buy a company that has other products and services that happens to have a good window for NFTs. There you go. Now you've added NFT exposure to your portfolio, and that means crypto, right? All right, guys. Let's go ahead and call it a Tuesday. You guys have a fantastic afternoon. Enjoy the Apple show if you're going to watch it. If not, just enjoy your day. If you're not enjoying life, you're trading wrong, okay? It should be an addition to your life, and it should be something that you do to make your life better down the road, okay? It shouldn't be a live and die thing, all right, guys? If it is, you're putting too much risk on the table. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And don't forget, one more time, that NFT idea. It's going to be fun, all right? And it is going to shock a lot of people. Anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow.